with the Trost, and today I will be interviewing Mrs. Mongar about the school play. Mrs. Mongar has been directing the play for 23 years. This year's play was called Sleeping Beauty and the Beast, which is about a princess that gets cursed on her birthday. The play had wonderful reviews, and the cast worked very hard to put on a wonderful show. Miss Mel, what were your thoughts on this year's play?
I thought the play went really well, Sam. I was a little worried about it because it's pretty heavy on costumes, and we hadn't done a very costume-heavy play in a few years. But the kids did a good job. They rehearsed with the big dresses and the crowns and all the hoo-ha, and so they were very comfortable with them by the time the play rolled around. I was also really happy with the matinee. Sometimes we have the junior high kids come and they just kind of sit there like, you know, but this year's junior high, they really responded, they clapped, they laughed, and they had a good time, and so that gave me a hint that, boy, we got a good show here. Mrs. Boshi worked out some sound issues we've been having, and I felt like the sound was really nice and clear for the actual performances, and we got a lot of good comments about that. And just generally, the kids had a great time with the parts, you know, fairy tale stuff, and there was a lot of humor, and I just was super pleased with the whole thing.
Well, I know that everybody had a great time watching the play.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome, Sam.
Sam Trost, over and out.
Hi, I'm Bailey Miller, Tiger Beat reporter. Today I am going to talk to you about us redoing our track. The board approved redoing our track at the December of 2014 board meeting. Earlier this year, between the months of January and March, the board approved the contract with Nillis Associates as engineers to draw the design. Then the board approved the architectural drawing a few months later. April 20th is when we opened the bid, but no bid was turned in for the dirt work and seeding of the football field. We then decided to reopen the bids on the football project. It needed to be done before the track. In May, the board approved the bids for our football field and the track by two different companies. The track was done by Fisher Tracks and the football field by Lincoln's Lawn Care Incorporated. The total added up to over $500,000. So, Mr. Henrich, what is the current status of the track and the football field?
I'll start back in May, towards the end of last school year. Lincoln Calvin and his crew came in and removed the current sod. Then they spent a lot of time seeding it, fertilizing it, and that's really been an ongoing process as the football season progressed. We had some games that were a little wetter than ideal conditions for new grass, so they've come in numerous times to reseed in different areas, and that'll still continue to be an ongoing process until we have a good grass stand. In terms of the track, at the beginning of the summer, the companies came in and started to remove the old track. They ground it down, followed by putting in a rock base to make it more of a solid foundation for our new track. Then an asphalt company came in and placed the new asphalt surface. That had a cure for a few days, and then they followed that up with a rubber surface, which was completed about the end of October. Here recently, last week, they finished painting the track, so that's all been completed. And now the next phase is for a company to come in and do the sidewalk and cement work. That will be a new addition to our patrons, which we think will be appreciated. There'll be a sidewalk that goes from our bleachers to the visitor bleachers, as well as a concession stand and the new restrooms. The next phase then is the fence company will come in hopefully at the end of this month to the start of December, install the fence, and then the last step is to do some restoration of the grounds. As people probably noticed if they're here to see the track, there's been some things tore up due to any construction project. So that's really the last phase, and we hope to have that done before Christmas.
That sounds great. Thank you for your time, and I'm sure the track team will enjoy running on the new track this year.
You're welcome, and thank you very much.
Hello, I am Tiger Beat reporter Skye Bartlett. I am pounding the halls looking for worthy students to spotlight in this week's broadcast. I'm here with Mr. Scheve, science teacher extraordinaire. So tell me, Mr. Scheve, which student in your classroom has excelled and why?
Well, Skye, that is a very difficult question to ask. When kids usually ask, hey, Scheve, am I your favorite? I'll usually, give them some sort of answer. But if I had to pick anybody, it would have to be Courtney Nelson. She's in 9th grade physical science. Now you asked why, right? Mm-hmm. Now, there are multiple reasons why I would actually pick her to be the student of the week. We just got done doing a project in physical science. It was about a week-long project, and it was a group project as well, and she contributed a lot to her group over that time. She exhibits everything an A student would exhibit in class. Does well on all assignments, tests, labs, and stuff like that. So if I had to pick anybody, it'd be Courtney.
Well, thank you for your time. Congratulations to Courtney Nelson. Keep up the good work. I challenge all Lenox students, grades 7 to 12, to earn this title in next week's broadcast. Skye Bartlett here. Keep up the good work.
I am interviewing Miss Stoaks, the advisor for FCCLA. Miss Stoaks, why are you selling pies?
I'm selling pies to raise money to go to a national cluster meeting in Dallas, Texas.
How many pies do you think that you have sold?
We've sold a few hundred. Our goal is to sell at least 500 pies.
What is the most popular kind?
Right now, the most popular kind is peach. My
How
favorite
many-
kind, however, is red raspberry.
How many pies does each person have to sell?
In order to go on the trip and have their trip completely paid for, it is 40 pies.
How about you talk to us more about FCCLA?
FCCLA stands for Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America. It's a leadership organization where the students get to practice being in charge of different activities and groups, and they get to do different projects. And so it's really kind of a fun way for kids to get more leadership skills.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, I have the pleasure of introducing longtime student Mr. Peterson. He began his career in education in 1966 when he began kindergarten at Stanton Elementary.
Hi, kids.
Can you tell us the highlights of your education since that point?
Went on through elementary and junior high and high school in Stanton. I graduated way back in 1979 when we said cool and groovy and hair was parted down the middle, and I had a lot longer hair then. Then I went to Iowa Western in Clarinda for 2 years and got an associate's degree. Then I went to Northwest Missouri State, got my bachelor's in secondary education to teach social studies and to also be in PE and coach. Then I came to Lenox in the summer of 1984 and started teaching and coaching then, and I've been here ever since.
Congratulations, Mr. Peterson. Let's talk about the Veterans Day program you organized. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I've had a lot of kids help out over a lot of years. I just need students to step up and volunteer is so important because the people love it when the kids help out and do the singing and the signing them in and the speaking. And then I always have a guest speaker come in from somewhere. This fellow that you saw yesterday was a friend of mine that I've known, and he's in politics and a farmer. So he's a good boy. He's a good guy, Mr. Shipley is. But it's the whole reason we do it is to thank all veterans. Yeah. Every family's got somebody, and so that's why we do it, and that's the reasons why. It's always thank them. Thank the vets.
Yeah, I was really touched by the program. Thank you.
Cool. Oh, thank you, kids.
Everything in the world is either a potato or not a potato. What bugs bugs? There is no reason the alphabet is in the order that it is in. Why are there pairs of pants even though there's only one? Vampires don't know what they look like. Stomach thinks all potatoes are mashed. You cannot inhale and talk at the same time.
Hi, I'm Cullen Wood. I'd like to introduce to you Jeremy Sedna, who is from Clinton, Iowa. He's a deputy sheriff of Taylor County. He started coaching in 2008 and has been ever since. Lenox Schools is very fortunate to have him coach the following teams: junior high girls basketball, junior high girls and boys track, and junior high baseball. How are you doing this season, Coach?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Pretty good.
Is there anything that you need to improve on this season? How's it all going?
Well, we have some things we definitely need to improve on. Making layups, that would be one of them. However, we're getting better, and each practice has been better, so I'm pleased with that. So I think by the end of the year, we'll make a lot of progress.
It's good. Your first game's at Southwest Valley, correct?
Correct.
Have you been doing anything to prepare for them?
Absolutely. We've thrown in offense, some set plays. We just divide the teams up, and now we're looking to get the offense as a whole, and then hopefully be able to get a win against Boy Scout on next Tuesday.
I'm here with Coach Dukes, and I'm going to ask him about all-district team, and I understand that 7 Tigers got nominated to all-district team.
Yeah, we had 7 either placed on first or second team, which is really, really good for us. Carson Klein was first team, both offense and defense. Spencer Brown was first team defense, second team offense. Jared Hensley, first team offense and defense. Josh Mitchell was second team defense. Dawson Tolberg, first team kicker. Who am I missing? Levi Marshall was first team offensive line.
I think Tyler Brokaw was honorable mention.
Yeah, he was the only one that was honorable mention. So everybody, that really contributed a lot to this team, on the field was recognized for their achievements, which is really, really good.
Hi, I'm Tyra Stoaks, and I'm here to give you an update on the junior high boys basketball. For the 6th year, Jason Reed and Liz Jessen are coaching the Young Tiger team. The A team will play first at the home games. They will open the season at home on November 17th against Southwest Valley. Now for an input on the season, let's go to Jason Reed.
Well, we have 14 boys out this season, 5 8th graders and 9 7th graders. We also have a manager to help us out with practices and film games. We started practicing on October 21st, and the boys are rusty but determined. Our season is over before Christmas, so we've really got to get after it.
How will you prepare for your upcoming game against Southwest Valley?
The boys, we've been practicing every day. We know we have a good group of boys over there from Southwest Valley, so we've got to continue to improve and hope to get better.
Well, good luck, and go Tigers!
Hey Lenox Tigers, my name's Alisa Nelson Eichorn, and I am a 1998 graduate of Lenox High School. I spent my first 2 years in college at Southwestern in Creston. It's actually where I met my husband Doug. We've been married for 12 years. We've been the proud parents of 2 yellow labs named Bo and Rocky, and hopefully someday we'll have a third. I actually was very fortunate because I landed a part-time gig at Creston Radio while I was there. Doug is a Lincoln native, so I actually transferred to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Go Big Red! And I finished off my last 2 years in college there and earned my bachelor's of journalism degree in broadcasting. I went to work for a broadcasting company in Lincoln and worked there for about 5 years, where I did FM DJing, AM news, television news, traffic reports, weather, all that good stuff. So I went to work then, after about 5 years, I went to work for the Humane Society in Lincoln and worked there for about 5 or 6 years, where I did a variety of administrative roles, including PR, marketing, fundraising, that sort of stuff. So now I work for Learfield Communications. I'm an anchor reporter for MissouriNet. You can find us online at MissouriNet.com. And if you've heard of Radio Iowa, it's the same sort of model. We actually own Radio Iowa. So that's pretty much me in a nutshell. So go Tigers!
Hola, yo soy reportero Juan Enriquez y les voy a decir el contenido en español de Tiger Bean. Lunes 16, pan relleno con queso, barras de ensaladas, zanahorias cocidas y burritos de papa. Martes 17, chili, roles de canela, galletas de queso y barras de ensaladas. Miércoles 18, pollo con naranja, arroz con pollo, ensalada, pan y guisantes. Jueves 19, sándwich de jamón y queso caliente y papas rizadas, brócoli y queso, fruta. Viernes 20, caceroladas de sopa de pollo, puré de papas, frijoles verdes, pan y fruta. Volveré pronto con más contenido como este. Bye.